Hi, I'm Nancy O'Neill. Today on Suncoast FYI, we talk to SNN meteorologist Marco Lamano, chairperson Rhonda Gonzalez, and food and beverage manager Kathleen Strand from the Stony Brook Golf and Country Club, and director Jane Jareau of the Suncoast Blood Bank. All next on Suncoast FYI. Our first guest this week is SNN meteorologist Marco Lamano, and at the end of the month, he'll be taking a step away from the weather wall to bring you a new featured segment all about dance. Well, that's exciting.
I feel like I'm away from the weather wall a lot during the year, but it's all for fun because we always have these really cool series we're able to do at SNN. So this upcoming one's different. I've never done one like this.
Well, what is the series that you've been working on? Give us a little bit about that.
Well, it's going to be about two things in the realm of dance. One is going to be something I think is going to be very timely for a lot of people because it is the new year, and a lot of people have resolutions to make, whether it's acquiring a new hobby or whether it's shedding a few pounds or what have you, and a lot of those can be achieved through dance because not only is it great for your cardio and all that, but it is also acquiring a new skill. So that's going to be one part of it, but the other part is going into all the ballroom dances. It's specifically about ballroom dance.
I love it.
So we're going to be going over the rumba, cha-cha, swing, bolero, foxtrot, tango, salsa, which can be done in the ballroom. It can also be done anywhere.
Yes.
And that's one of the
fun.
Yeah, it's one of the best ones you can do because you're good in the ballroom with it. You're good just going anywhere with it. Latin club, you're good. So there are a lot of dances that we're going to go over. We've already recorded 2, and we're already working on the story. So by the end of the month, we should be able to debut the series for everybody.
All right. So are you going to be dancing?
Yeah.
So every week you learn a new dance.
Well,
Just
it won't
like
be me
Dancing
learning.
with the Stars.
Yeah, it won't quite be me learning a new dance.
All
It's
right.
going to be me, because I already take dance. So I am going to be being taught some new things about them. But yeah, part of the video will be me dancing, but it'll be primarily, just so none of the viewers are confused. It's not going to be a series about me. Right. Even though I have it, but yeah, you'll probably see me dancing at it plenty of times.
Now, this is a personal question. Is that how you lost the weight you've lost? Because you look fabulous.
And thank you very much. I actually have something I hope in the back that can pull up because when I started dance, it was last July. And if you look at the picture here, the left picture was me last February. And then the picture on the right is me on a cruise last November. So that was me shedding 17 pounds from 193 to around 176. And the amazing thing is I've been keeping up this dance, the dance hobby since July. I mean, I haven't stopped doing it. You know, cruise obviously I did because I was on the cruise. But over Thanksgiving in the cruise, I realized that I had gained 1.5 pounds. I went up to 177.5, which was still less than I started the year. Before Christmas started, I was back to 176. Excellent. So by keeping up with it, I was able to lose the holiday weight. I still have a little bit of Christmas weight to lose, but it is being lost.
Yes.
And so, yeah, I've realized the benefits. But I think a lot of times, and again, we are going to be going into the actual history and uniqueness of each dance, but I do think it's timely. I do think a lot of times when people are thinking about activities to do in order to shed the pounds, running and walking are usually the 2. And even I had problems with that back in the day because it can be very boring, even though it's free and it's something you can do without actually purchasing anything. It is something that if you do it, boy, you can really do a good job. But sometimes when people are thinking about activities to do, dance might not be one of the ones they're thinking about.
Well, how did you come up with this series? I mean, talking about that, I mean, why did you decide to get the viewers interested in this series?
It's because of my interest in it. Now, I do want to clarify, I'm not a complete expert at it. Obviously, you know, I've only been doing it since July, and so I'm still relatively new. 6 months really isn't a lot of time. But I have realized that, A, it's expanded the amount of things I can do outside the station. So if we if friends and I want to hang out.
Yeah.
When I was back home for Christmas, I had a friend who lives halfway across the world who came down. She learned Latin dance where she lives. She lives in like Abu Dhabi right now.
Oh my
And
gosh.
she came back and I said, well, I know Latin dancing now. So we went to a Latin club and we danced till like 2 a.m. It was bachata, it was salsa, it was merengue. And so it expands what you can do, and it's a lot of fun. And when you realize that a lot of people are probably new at it like you are, or aren't trained professionals like you are, then there's a really cool social atmosphere to it. And those are some of the things we're going to be highlighting along with the actual dances. Waltz is an interesting one because waltz, we all know waltz,
Right.
and it's a very graceful dance.
Yes.
However, I found out just by doing this that it used to not be viewed like that. It used to be viewed as a very risque dance. Because when
Really?
you're dancing together, you're very close together.
Right.
As opposed to other ones.
Excellent. Okay. Well,
So, very
you'll
weird,
learn-
yeah.
Yeah, you'll learn a lot of these like fun facts.
Yeah.
Along the way. Now, what dance studios are you working with?
Well, so far, and we haven't visited all of them yet, but so far we've visited Dancing on the Suncoast, which is in Lakewood Ranch. Very, very good dance studio there with some great instructors.
And they have private dance and group dance.
Private and group
Okay.
and open parties.
Okay.
And parties once a week, usually like Wednesday nights.
Okay.
And then you can dance with people who aren't, like your private instructors, they're not trained either, and it gives you a lot of.
Okay. Do you have to go with somebody, or can you go on your own?
Oh, you
Like
can
if
go on
don't-
your own.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you don't have to bring a partner with you. If you want to go learn to dance, you don't have to bring somebody with you.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
What other studios have you been with?
Dynasty we're visiting soon. Dynasty's located in Sarasota. Ballroom City we have visited. We did some rumba there, and I'm looking forward to showcasing that story in the future. And we have plans to go see Empire also in Sarasota. So far we have about 4 that we've gone to, and we'll probably go to some of them again. So we're not quite done, but because we still have more to visit.
Sure.
But there's a big hub of dance studios here. So whether you're in Manatee County or you're in Sarasota County or Charlotte, there's going to be something for you that's probably not that long,
Okay.
of not big a distance away.
Awesome. Well, lots to look forward to.
Yeah, very much so.
Thank you for coming on and sharing that with us.
Very welcome.
Coming up next on Suncoast FYI, we find out about an upcoming event at Stony Brook Golf and Country Club, so please stay tuned. Our next 2 guests in the studio come to us from Stony Brook Golf and Country Club. Chairperson Rhonda Gonzalez and Food and Beverage Manager Kathleen Strand are here to talk about their country club and an upcoming event. Welcome to the program, ladies.
Thank you.
Thank you. You have a beautiful, beautiful country club. I've been there several times. I've eaten there, and I've also been part of the event that you have coming up. So, Rhonda, why don't we start with you and tell us about the event?
Okay, we're going to have our Arts and Crafts luncheon, and it is all about we have 14 artisans that are going to bring their talents. Some are from Stony Brook residents, and some are from local artisans like yourself. And we will offer a lunch at 11:30, but we'll have all kinds of from clothes to jewelry to handmade cards, and
And the event is free.
the
is
event
it?
is free to
Okay.
attend. And we would just ask, if you are going to have lunch with us at 11:30, that you would RSVP.
Okay.
And
Yes, because of course you need a number of
Right.
people coming in so you can prepare.
yes.
Yep.
But the event is from 10 in the morning till 2:30. And you come and you browse and you purchase. Yes.
So you come in, look around, have a bite to eat, and then the artist will still be there, so that after lunch that you
Right.
can make your final purposes. Now, how long have you been doing this, Rhonda?
This is my 4th event. Yes. Normally we do it in November around Veterans Day. And this year we thought we would try a spring when the snowbirds are here.
I like it.
And
I like it.
around Valentine's Day
Yeah,
for that
perfect.
special someone or
Okay.
for yourself.
Okay, yes,
Yes.
yes, there's always something. We always need something that we don't need, right?
Exactly.
Exactly.
Now, the luncheon, tell us where that's going to take place, Kathleen.
It's going to be in the same dining room where the vendors will be set up. So
Okay.
we'll have like a a private area in the back of our dining room set up for the luncheon. It'll be a lovely luncheon. Our chef, Zeke Wentworth, does a beautiful job for things
Okay.
like this.
Now, is it a prepared lunch, or can they
Yes.
pick off the menu? So
it is
it's
a prepared luncheon.
Okay.
Yeah.
And there is a cost associated with that.
There is, yes.
Okay. And
Yes, it's around $16.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it's $16.95.
and that includes
Yeah.
tax and tip, or
The tax and tip is added on there as well.
added on
Yeah.
after? Okay.
Yes.
Do we know what we're having yet, or is that going to be a secret till we get there?
He's actually, I honestly,
Chef Zeke does his own magic when he does
does.
this.
There
and
you
he's
go.
going to be doing kind of a spinach crepe for us with julienne vegetables.
Lovely.
And he's going to do a special Valentine dessert. You can't miss it.
Okay, okay. And what else can our guests expect from the event? I mean, do you have anything you'd like to add about the, you have raffles or anything associated, silent auctions, or is it just for the
Not
artists?
this event. When we get
Okay.
into Breast Health Sarasota, we'll be doing a basket
Wonderful,
auction
okay.
in April.
So you do
But
other
this
events
one,
that do that.
We
Okay.
have lots of events going on.
All right. Well, let's talk about Stony Brook now a little bit, okay? It's a beautiful gated community, 18-hole golf course.
Yep.
Is it open to the public, or is it just a private club?
the golf course is open to the public in the summer months, the slower months. During season, we have about 1,700 members that the golf course probably isn't big enough for everybody that's there.
Absolutely.
But in the summertime, they're welcome. We do golf tournaments, corporate luncheons, several different outings that have lunch or dinner with golf. And the restaurant itself is open year-round to the public.
Oh, it is. It's open year-round to the public. Now, I didn't know that.
Yep.
And it's such a lovely place
Oh, it's
to
beautiful.
take a ride to.
It's breathtaking, yeah.
Okay.
Some of the events are closed to the members. We do special events, several
Sure.
during the year, but there are many things that are open to the public, like
Okay.
Tuesday evenings during season. We have bingo that has a buffet, and
that's
a
open to
lot
the
of fun.
public.
Yes, it is.
What a nice thing to do for something different.
It
Now,
is.
Now, besides the luncheons, I mean, you hold wedding venues
Oh, yes.
there, private functions. What
Yep,
else?
anniversary
Kathleen?
parties, a lot of Christmas. We did 27 different events in December. So from small anniversary parties, we have 2 different party rooms, one that seats up to 16, another one that seats up to 32. Then we have another dining room that can seat up to 70, and then opening up the dining room to seat up to 200.
Wonderful.
So, yeah.
Wonderful. Now, it's closed, but I would think that there's always homes available. Can our viewers go and tour the grounds if they're interested in possibly relocating to Stony Brook?
Sure.
Yeah.
Our office staff do a beautiful job with that. There's also a real estate company that works marketing. So,
Okay.
yeah.
And the membership fees. I know you probably don't know about that, but I read they're very low
Yes.
for being such a wonderful area.
Yeah.
Great. Well, thank you both for being
Thanks
here.
for having us. It was
and I look forward to being at the event.
Wonderful. Thanks so much.
After the break, we talk with Suncoast Blood Bank about a raffle that could land you a new vehicle. Our last guest this week is Director of Community Development, Jane Jareau of the Suncoast Blood Bank. Welcome back to the program.
Thank you
You
for
look
having
wonderful.
me. Thank you.
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
Thank you. So the blood bank, there's always need for blood. What is your greatest need though right now, Jane?
It's always platelets. Platelets, that's the hardest product for us to keep on the shelves. They only last 5 days, and it takes 2 hours for a donor to give platelets. But I say, are you willing to give up 2 hours of your life to help save the life of another? It's comfortable. We keep you entertained. We're a funny group of people. We have television. We have different DVDs, CDs you can watch. Or a lot of people just like to come and read a book, and some people nap through the process. That's how simple and pain-free it is.
So, but I mean, it's just still injecting and having a bag.
What
Bag the way you do
yes.
it, or
In a word, what happens is your blood is taken out through a special piece of equipment. The platelets are centrifuged out of your blood, and then all of your blood is returned, plus some additional fluids. So most people tell us they actually leave feeling energized because they've gotten that extra hydration.
Sure. Well, I mean, years ago I had to have a blood transfusion, and it was like, you know, I had all this extra energy and
Yes.
everything. So you do two wonderful things. You're helping someone, and you're also helping yourself at the same
Exactly.
time.
And you get a mini health check every time you donate blood. You get blood pressure check, your hemoglobin checked, and your cholesterol checked. So that actually might alert you if you have something you need to be on the lookout for.
Now, how often can you donate platelets?
You
Is
can
that
donate-
different than blood?
It is, because platelets replenish themselves in your system much faster than red cells. You can give you could actually give platelets every week. We recommend every 2 weeks.
All right. And how are platelets used differently than blood?
The most common use for platelets is for cancer patients. As you know, chemotherapy is a life-saving treatment, but it also kills your red cells and your platelets, and chemotherapy can cause some internal bleeding, and platelets aid the clotting factor. So I would say the majority of our platelet products are used to treat cancer patients.
Okay. Now, we'll get back to that a little bit if we have time, because there's a couple things I want to ask you about experiences that you've had. But you have an event coming up, and I'd like to get to that and share that with our viewers. Can you tell us about that?
Yes, we have a very exciting event. We've been running a promotion with Sarasota Ford since November. Anybody who donated from November through January the 6th was eligible to win a 2-year car lease courtesy of Sarasota Ford. We actually had our drawing yesterday. We picked the names of 25 finalists, but you still have one more chance.
Oh, good.
We're going to have what we're calling the last chance drawing at the actual event at Sarasota Ford on January the 20th. If you'd like to come down and donate blood between 9 and noon, either at our bloodmobile that will be stationed at Sarasota Ford or our Mound Street Donor Center, and if you can get into a chair by noon that day, we're going to pick one name from everybody who donated that day from 9 to noon.
Okay, and what day is that again?
That is January the 20th.
Okay.
And we'll be taking blood donations up until noon, but you have to be in the chair ready to donate by noon.
By noon.
Yes.
Okay. Now you have blood drives every day in different locations.
Yes.
So if somebody can't make it, you know, at this particular time, they can go on your website and find a date that might work for them?
Yes, if you find a date that's not, you want to get blood, all you have to do is go onto our website, type in a zip code, and it'll show you where blood mobiles are in your area.
Okay. But this is a special event for the platelets, because that's, you have to be in a different, it's a different piece of equipment, I would think, to
Are you
separate
speaking
them.
of the Ford promotion or
No,
just in general?
just in
Yes,
general.
we have a platelet. We do have a platelet bus.
Okay.
And you can also call the blood bank and ask for Tammy Kubiak, and she can make an appointment for you, or she can tell you where our platelet bus is, because you're absolutely correct. It is a different piece of technology that we need to use to collect platelets.
Okay. Now, getting back to where you were saying the platelets are so important for cancer treatment, can you speak to that on a personal note for us for a minute?
Platelets are life. I mean, that's the bottom line. We're working with a young mom. She has 4 children, and she had breast cancer that metastasized, unfortunately, to her brain. She is fighting so hard to survive, and it's those platelets that keep her going every day. She has a great support system, but she actually wants it to be her legacy, that people give up 2 hours of their lives to help save people like hers. So when you think about a mom, a single mom nonetheless, who may or may not win this battle with cancer, you think that 2 hours means nothing. It means nothing to you, but it means the world to this young mom who's fighting to spend as many days, many more days, as she can with her children.
Well, thank you so much. And I hope our viewers take that to heart, because it is a small thing to give up for something so wonderful.
It's the greatest gift you can give, because you're giving life.
Thank you so much for being here again, Jim.
Thank you for allowing us to let the community know what we need.
Coming up after the break, find out what events will be taking place this weekend on the Suncoast. Coming up this weekend on the Suncoast, experience the culture and artistry of the Native American Indian Festival taking place at the Sarasota County Agricultural Fair, located at 3000 Ringling Boulevard. The third annual Sarasota Seafood and Music Festival will be held now at their new location on Gulfstream Avenue, the site of the Sarasota Fine Art Festival. And the Sarasota Honey Bee Free Tour will dive into beekeeping at the Sarasota Honey Company shop located on 11th Street in Sarasota. Call ahead for groups of 10 or more. If you would like to promote your community event on Suncoast FYI, we would love to hear from you. Just call us at 941-361-4639. To view previous episodes, go to sntv.com under Programming. I'm Nancy O'Neill, and we'll see you next Friday on Suncoast FYI.